What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dark Joker, here with another edition of Traditional Fans with Opinions, where I'll give my reviews for whoever I watched, read, or played today. And who are Traditional Fans with Opinions? That is myself, and that is you, the viewers. With all that being said, on with the reviews. Hell Teacher Noob, 2025, episodes 25 through 26, and full series. So in these episodes, Noob's demon hand is acting up because like it's the day of his life where his spiritual powers are weakest. So like it starts trying to take it over. Tamamo senses it. Other students see. Some of the students see what's like it actually. So Tamamo appears. Tries some of his ideas to look inside Noob's memories, figure out how the demon was sealed. Then the kids run in after Tamamo and journey to his memories. So they see Noob's memories. They are apparitions, so they can't actually interact with anything. So they see some of Noob's memories as a teacher. So they see him come across the demon Baki, and so Noob loses his hand, you know, so the hand where the demon hand's at, his human hand, he loses it. Like it gets cut off, and when he fights Baki, it's revealed that Noob's teacher Minako was absorbed by Baki, and like she had guided it towards Noob so Noob could seal both inside of him. So Noob seals both like Minako and Baki inside his left hand, which gives him his demon hand. And so yeah, so then before Noob wakes up, he has a conversation with Minako. Noob says he'll try he promises to free Minako someday. So Noob wakes up, everyone celebrates him being okay. So Noob continues teaching all the students. So yeah, I like these episodes, like how they revealed the origin of the of Baki, like of how he got this demon hand, and it was like a culmination of all the stuff of his past being revealed. It was a cool culmination of that. So yeah, I like these episodes. As far as the whole series has been freaking awesome. Like the opening themes and ending themes have been freaking great. The animation's really good. The humor is awesome. So yeah, I really like this show. Hopefully we get a season 2. One Piece live action season 2. So in this season, this adapts the Town arc through the Drum Island arc. And so basically, far as what changes are made, so Bartolomeo is like gets a prominent role in Town. Now he should have just had a cameo, because in the manga and anime, Bartolomeo is at Town when all this is going on, when the Straw Hats are there. Like he's not involved. Like so he should just had a cameo. He was a little Easter egg for hardcore One Piece fans to note, but not really affect the story. Maybe you could show him reacting, different people reacting to what's going on. He's just one of the people they see reacting. That's how they should have handled him. Now, Buggy's words to Luffy about Roger, they do hit different when you know about Buggy being in Roger's crew. And yeah, so and Smoker, dude, Smoker's freaking awesome when he comes in. I did like when the sword test, like when Sora was testing the Sandai Kitetsu. Like I did like that. That was great. And Dragon coming in. Now one thing that there was a flashback they put in showing Roger talking to Garp about his son. Now, the way the episode is framed makes it look like that Luffy is Roger's son, which he's not. Roger's son isn't appearing until season 3. So, like, Ortegas D. Ace is not appearing till season 3, which that was confirmed that he was appearing in season 3. I thought they would show Ace in a post-credit scene in Drum Island, because that's how he makes his debut in the anime and manga. He appears in a flashback, you know. So, then they get the Whiskey Peak. The Whiskey Peak fight was awesome. Some of the more humorous stuff was removed, like Luffy and Zoro's fight, which that was removed for pacing reasons. And he had reverse mountains. So now one of the things with Logtown, I expected Sabo was going to appear. I predicted that because of with Garp appearing sooner than he did. I kind of expected that Sabo would appear in the Logtown episode, like whether it was through a transponder stale conversation or a simple appearance cameo, which they gave a background cameo. Now the issue with that is that it does spoil Sabo's survival from getting blown up, the ship blown up that Celestial Dragon shoots at, in that big flashback of the post-war arc. So yeah, now this one time Sabo still has amnesia, so he doesn't remember anything. He just remembers his name. So in now Whiskey Peak, those Zoro's freaking awesome. The whole Mihawk, him hallucinating Mihawk, that was interesting. That is who he's trying to beat. Versus Mountain, they showed the Rumbar pirates. You know, that wasn't surprising. I think they should have kept some details out because, Rook does join the Straw Hats in Thriller Bark. So that's gonna be interesting if they actually get the Thriller Bark, which is unlikely. How that's gonna come up? Yeah. So bring in Big Sake, which look, Luffy, Big Sake was a well-known song at that point in time, at least amongst the characters, not by the fandom. The song only made its debut until Thriller Bark, but the most of the characters knew about it anyway. So Luffy seeing Big Sake is not surprising. Him doing the Nika pose. Okay. I mean, Luffy doesn't know what Nika pose is, but he did it when he first got Gear 5, so whatever. Now, one wonder is Ingram gonna stay dead, or are they gonna do the retcon that the anime manga did, where Ingram had survived the explosion. Now, what I think they'll bring him back. I didn't like that Karu was left out. I do wish we had Karu. Like the duck would have been awesome. Now, Little Garden, I did not like because of the Dory and Brocky fight. So they changed who won. So in the anime and manga, it's Brogy that beats Dory. And the explosion that incapacitates Dory is before the fight. And Dory goes through with the fight out of obligation to his friend. And Broggy, noticing the injury, falls through the fight out of respect for Dory's, you know, like for, out of respect for Dory's honor, that Dory's resolve, it's like Dory's resolve to fight despite the injury. You know, Rocky was respecting it, and so the explosion happening during the fight in the live action, that takes away the impact that honor had, like it does. And now the acting, I would say the actors and costume design for Dorian Broggy, freaking awesome. That is spot on. And the Elbaf theme, pray to the sun. Holy crap, is that freaking good? That is a great freaking theme. And Mr. Three was done well. I like if the Dorian Broggy fight was done better, I would have enjoyed Little Garden more, but especially episode 4. But like, because of that, how important it is, I don't really like the Little Garden episodes. Now, Drum Island, I say might have been the best adapted out of all the arcs the live action has done. Like the way they handle Luck, like dude, that was so freaking good. Like the "When Does a Man Die" speech. Holy frick, that was awesome. And the Am I Enough, the Tony Chopper theme, freaking banger. Um, yeah, they did some. There's some references they did to Sanji's backstory with him mentioning his mother. They don't get too. There's not a lot revealed, so you don't get too many big spoilers regarding you know Sanji being a Vinsmoke. You know, and like and him being from the North Blue. Like you don't get it. They don't get into the like the Vin. I don't think that they'll reveal that he's Vin Smoke until actually they get to Zoe, if they actually get to Zoe, which I don't think is gonna happen. If they do, if that 12 season plan actually does happen, um, they're gonna quicken their schedule and just film everything back to back. I would argue they should just also do the series weekly because weekly is better. Which with major Netflix series, the weekly versus binge debate becomes a common topic, especially on, Friday Night Tights, where you have D-Day Cobra saying that binge mall's better, you know, Ryan Kimmel and Neurotic saying that weekly is better, when my opinion of it is weekly is better. Now, yes, quality will win out, but weekly is better. It's easier to schedule watching stuff if it's one episode than if it's like 8 or 10 or something like that. It does keep a show in the zeitgeist longer. Like an audience can build up over time, like what happened with House of the Dragon, 97 Kingdoms, Mobland, Landman. I mean, weekly has been proven better, and Netflix has done weekly with Sakamoto Days, Delicious in Dungeon, Yaiba Samurai Legend, Orb on the Movements of Earth. They've had success with weekly. There is no excuse for them to not do it for anything else. Like they done weekly release and like weekly releases for anime. They should do it for everything else. And people like, oh, it's their brand. Week binge malls their brand. It's it like we all want to watch everything at once. Well, look, for people who don't watch a lot, it's one thing they may want to have it all at once, but no, weekly is better. You gotta build anticipation, build the hype. Anyways, as quality goes, I thought it was decent. I didn't like the Little Garden episodes, but I think overall it's better than season one. And there's some criticism. I mean, my criticisms Bartolomeo should just be a cameo. Sabo, well, even though I expected his appearance, I don't think he should have appeared. Rook probably shouldn't have appeared, but with the way they did it, it's not that bad. It's the least egregious. Um, I expected Ace to have a brief cameo in the last episode, but he didn't, and that's fine. Now I predict whenever the live action ends, or in the next season. So if season 3 is the final season, I think Emu makes a cameo, and here's how. Alabasta, they could end it with a scene of Cobra reading Nefertari D. Lily's letter, and you see it, transition to Emu looking at Lily's picture in Mary Joa. Like that's how you do it. That's how I could see them doing that. And now I don't know if it'll just be a silhouette. It'll actually be Emu's full appearance, because I think by that point, I think Emu's appearance will be fully shown in the manga at least, if not the anime as well. Like I think we will see Emu's full appearance. And in the live action, they may just leave it as a silhouette. But I think Alabasta, we could see Emu. And whenever the series ends, if they don't make it to Reverie or to Wano, wherever, I think we see Emu. And, you know, like, and if whenever the series ends, if they don't get from him, we'll see Emu. And you'll Water 7 with the Nico Robin flashback. They could, within the scene in the flashback where the five elders appear, they could show Emu with the five elders. Like, and who knows now? There's that, yeah, with that 12 season plan that I've seen. Here's the thing. If they really have to quicken their schedules. If they have to do that, if they actually want to do a themed sets to be cheaper, film schedule to actually be quicker, and here's how it pace. Season 3 will have to be from, based on the pacing, they'll have to go from Alabasta to Skypia for season 3. Season 4 would have to be longer in Long Island through Water 7. 5 would be Enos Lobby through Thriller Park. 6 would be Sabaudi through Post-War. 7 would be Return to Sabaudi through Podcazzard. 8 would be Dressrosa. 9 would be Zoe, and it ends with either Reverie or Whole Cake. And I'll get to why I say or. 10 would be Wano. 11 would be Egghead through Elbaf. And 12 will be all the arcs that are after Elbaf, whether it's like, Lodestar, Laughtail, Mary Joa, whatever's after Elbaf, like whatever arcs are after, that would be season 12. That was for 9, why I said Reverie or Whole Cake. Well, so I think if they want to help with pacing, if they really want to do that, some of the flashbacks and possibly the Reverie arc would have to be done as like spin-off movies or miniseries. So for Reverie, you could do a Sabo movie or TV show doing the flashback and post-war with this child, with Luffy, Ace and Sabo's childhood. You could show Sabo's time in the Revolutionary Army from when he remembers stuff, like in the flashback in Dressrosa, and then show all the stuff that happened in the Reverie. You know, with him telling Ivankov and Dragon what happened. That could be a Sabo show or movie. like the Harald flashback that recently finished in the manga. That could be a mini series. That could be a mini series. That could be a good one. Kosuke Odin and Wano. That'd be a mini series. Frankie and Water 7. That could probably be a movie. Jinbei and Fishman Island. That flashback could probably be a movie. Trafalgar Deepwater Lost flashback in Dressrosa. You could probably make a movie out of that. That one might be a little more difficult. Maybe Law and Doflamingo. Big Mom, you cannot do that. I don't think you can do Big Mom as a movie. I don't think there's enough there. I'm saying it with the Kaido flashback in Wano. Um, let's see. I think you could do like you could do a Toby and Blackbeard movie with Blackbeard versus the Law, and they're an egghead, and then the Toby's fights at Amazon Lily where he's captured by Blackbeard, and then the whole battle at Hachinosu where Garp gets captured. You could do that as a movie about Blackbeard and Toby, like and yeah, like I mean there, and the other flashbacks like that you could do that too. Yeah, like let's see, I mean let's see, Kuma. Kuma, you could do a movie for Kuma. Bartholomew Kuma, do that would be in the same movie. And I'd say if you did that as a movie, it should be released on Father's Day for obvious reasons. And, Void Century and Nika, whenever those are finally get shown, those would be miniseries, I think. And Mont Block Nolan, that flashback in Skypia, that could be its own movie. Be kinda, it's like a standalone in the sense. Now the Kiro's flashback in Dressrosa, that could maybe be a movie. Maybe I don't know if there's enough there. Be possible. But yeah, they need to fix their pacing and do things weekly and do things cheaper in order to actually get all the way through. Like, cause it's a decent show. I would like it to stay good. I have my concerns for some of the future seasons, especially like once the manga is done, once the anime is done. How much of a role will Oda actually have? And will Netflix try to get them out and then just you know do their own do things without them? And the ages of the actors, like when once that starts being a factor in things, especially with their terrible filming schedules, like how slow they are. But yeah, overall this season, it's a good season. I ain't like Little Garden, but it's a decent season. Hopefully season 3 is good. Well, that's it. Did y'all like the stuff I reviewed? And if you have your own opinions about all that, you can put all that in the comments. Thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, and all that. And look forward to the next video.